Right.
soon. Mm-hmm.
So the point about the phrase the tactile economy
Yeah.
is an expression of the attitude of the intelligence agencies and the true managers of the economy.
Yeah.
Because once as McLuhan pointed out, when satellite went up in '57, Sputnik went up,
Sputnik,
beginning of the satellite environment, then nature and the planet became an art form, and previous media technologies became art forms.
The classroom is not having any influence on you. The satellite environment is having a profound influence on you and your being here this afternoon. Since 1957, when Sputnik went up. And ever since that satellite arch went around the planet ceased to be nature. What we used to call nature is gone. The planet is now contained inside a human box. There is no more nature. What remains is simply whatever we make of this planet by programming. There's no nature anymore.
All right? That is the process.
They've become the form of the new media.
Yes.
That's what happens.
The content of the new media, and
Right,
they
the
become
content.
programmed.
All right.
And program means, like an artist, you're anticipating the effect of your work on the audience or the people engaged with it. So the economy at that point, since it moved from ownership based not on money and private property, but to information property, intellectual property, became a new form of economic power.
With the Sputnik, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
wait, after Sputnik,
Okay.
the planet went from global village to global theater.
You know what the satellite does for you? As an environment? When it goes around the planet? It's a proscenium arch. It turns the planet into a stage. Makes you want to be an actor. Do your thing.
And the computer, first was the mainframe, and then the subsequent evolution of the computer always was the extension, not necessarily of a central nervous system, but of parts of the brain, the
Right.
calibrating aspects of the brain. The point I'm making is that when the computer comes in and we have a global theater under satellite conditions,
It's interesting. From global village, he said the world is a global village.
which he got from Wyndham Lewis.
He got it from Wyndham Lewis, and then it became global theater. You're saying
In the
with
60s.
the satellite.
Yeah, with the satellite. And then it becomes what I call the Android meme. Once the computerization of
Yeah,
the
it's a
situation
mouthful, yeah.
becomes the hidden ground or the actual constitutive factor in molding our sense of what the economy is.
As in figure and ground?
Yes, figure and ground.
A figure is?
Well, it was television.
Yeah.
Then it became the satellite.
Uh-huh.
Then it became digitization.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Uh-huh.
That situation gets shrunk and turned into increasingly tinier holograms. And that's the phase of the digitization or the Android meme.
That's where it's going to end up?
That's where we've been for 20 years.
If a hologram?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Hologram is not very much in the
effect-
society now.
the effect of the hologram, the effects, as McLuhan pointed out, always show up before the actual technology. Like Seurat painted the pixels of television 80 years before it showed up.
Or some people thought Cubism was presaging quantum mechanics, you know? That there was a connection between that.
Yes, because Cubism was called multi-locational art.
Was it really?
Yeah, multi-locational.
Okay. Yeah.
That's quantum electronic states of being. There are two places at once, at least.
And was it Pond who said the artists are the antenna of the race, or was it
That
Pond?
was Pound.
That was.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That there are people who pick things up out of the air, as it were, and come up with these things first. The real artists, right? On the
And
cutting edge.
his fellow vorticist, Wyndham Lewis, said, "The artist writes a detailed history of the future."
The artist is the only person who picks his antennae, pick up these messages before anybody. And so he is always thought of as being way ahead of his time because he lives in the present, because he lives in the present, because he lives in the present. There are very many reasons why most people prefer to live in the age just behind them. Safer. To live right on the shooting line, right on the frontier of change and so on is terrifying, it's terrifying, it's terrifying.
So